Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice as we talk about everything that has happened in the past week for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Haven't uploaded a video in a week, so that was not my intention. I had some plans for some videos, and I even tried recording some videos, but I've had a week off from my internship this past week, and I just needed some me time, so I just did not make any videos this past week. So I do apologize for that, but of course it's a Saturday, we have to get Lightning Storm out there, and we have some actual stuff to talk about for this week, so let's go and get right on into it. So first up for this week, we have Wave 12 to talk about yet again. So really not a lot to talk about with this wave because we still don't have it fully revealed by Hasbro yet for whatever reason. But you know, that's kind of just the drill with this wave at this point. So naturally, we've seen pictures, tons and tons of pictures of Wild Force Blue and of Dino Thunder Yellow. Wild Force Blue is still the only one of the four that have actually been announced. We have still yet to see anything on Lost Galaxy Green or whatever version of Adam as Mighty Morphin Black we are about to be getting. However, what was the most natural progression of all these pictures was actual video. So we do have some videos out from the same YouTube user actually of both Dino Thunder Yellow and of also Wild Force Blue that kind of just give us, you know, some in-hand actual footage of the figures. We get to see the Max head in a lot more clarity here, and also we get the shark fighting fins in a lot more clarity here. And what's interesting is that looking based off of the molding of these, it looks like it's certainly possible that they're molded in a way that could lead to an eventual Lightning Collection scaled Jungle Sword, if that is something that Hasbro is planning on doing with the Lightning Collection Wild Force Rangers. We know because of leaked listings that I've talked about that Wild Force Blue is coming in Deluxe Wave 2, and we have yet to see any pictures of that or anything like that, but it's, you know, seemingly possible that we actually could be getting weapons that could combine into a Jungle Sword. I'm trying to think of how the Jungle Sword works. I think we would really know if we got either Taylor or Danny's weapons is when we would really know if they were combining, because the fins and I think the little grabby claw thing, whatever the lion's thing is called, would not be enough information to necessarily figure it out if we were combining them all. But it is pretty cool if it does, but yet to be seen if it actually will. But of course, it's just nice to get good looks at these figures, and both of these videos will be linked in the description below for both Dino Thunder Yellow and Wild Force Blue if you'd like to check them out. And hopefully we'll actually get the official announcement of Dino Thunder Yellow, Lost Galaxy Green, and Mighty Morphin Black sometime soon, maybe at Comic-Con, which we'll talk about here in a second, or just some other random time. Next up, we have conventions to talk about, both San Diego Comic-Con and Power Morphicon. So the first of these two, San Diego Comic-Con, is only 2 weeks away, or a little under 2 weeks away from actually starting, and we actually finally have some Hasbro information about Comic-Con, but nothing for Power Rangers just yet, unfortunately. Although we actually might get some information on that today, potentially, the day that you're seeing this episode. So make sure to check the comments on that, and I'll talk about that in a second here. But basically, the schedule has started to come out for Comic-Con, and it has revealed that there will be a Transformers panel for Hasbro on Thursday, July 21st. And on Friday, July 22nd, there will be a Hasbro Marvel Legends panel for the Marvel team, and a Star Wars panel for the Star Wars team. So that's pretty much their big heavy hitters, but we know that the G.I. Joe team is attending Comic-Con, and we can, I wouldn't even say presume, I would say at least have some optimism that the Power Rangers team would as well. I don't know. They haven't had any official announcement for the Lightning Collection since May 19th. So I don't know. I'm hoping that the Power Rangers team will be in attendance because they should be. They should. So, but we don't know for sure yet. Now, but like I was saying, they basically have been revealing every day's content 2 weeks in advance. So today is when we will get the Comic-Con schedule for July 23rd, or at least presumably so. So on that, we should see if there's a G.I. Joe panel, because that actually has not been announced yet, even though that we know that the G.I. Joe team is going to Comic-Con. So I can assume that they will at least get one, and I'm just hoping that Power Rangers will as well. So, but at the time we've been making this video, that is not out yet. So be sure to check the comments. I'll leave a pinned comment from myself if Power Rangers is given a panel, and if they are, what time it will be. So hopefully we are getting one. Where we are not going to be getting one is Power Morphicon. So I think I've hinted at this in one of my videos about Season 30 or Dino Fury stuff. I talked about this at one other point, but it was not on a Lightning Storm episode. But it definitely seemed that Hasbro was not going to be attending Power Morphicon, and now we have confirmation from Scott Zillner, who runs the convention himself, that that is the case. But they might have some sort of presence. So he was talking about on Instagram that there will be announcements from Hasbro at the convention, and then later clarified on a comment to, I think it was a comment response to Mega Power Brazil, if I remember correctly, I think is what he commented this on. But basically he said that Hasbro will not be attending in person, but they will be sending over like presentation materials, whatever that means. So I think that what that could mean is one of two possible things, and I genuinely don't know which route that would be more accurate to. I think it will either be like presentation materials, maybe like videos or something sent over to kind of not re-explain, but kind of like re-publicize whatever they talk about at Comic-Con. Like they could make announcements at Comic-Con in 2 weeks, right? And then send like some videos or something over to play at Power Morphicon that are just like, you know, looks at those announcements or something. Or alternatively, what I think is maybe more likely is that Hasbro will not attend themselves, but they might actually have some sort of event or Power Month or something, some sort of live stream around the time of Power Morphicon, and maybe we'll just get some videos of like 360 figure spins or something that was announced at this hypothetical event. I don't know. But basically Hasbro will not be attending in person, so we can expect that there will not be a Hasbro booth there. We can expect that there probably will not be a Season 30 cast announcement there. It's basically all the traditions of Power Morphicon, you know, where Bandai would attend, Saban Brands would attend, announce the new cast, show off the next year's toys. No, we can probably not expect that there. If anything, Comic-Con is the more likely to have announcements in 2 weeks, so I'm very, very hoping that we do, because we are in some sore need of some, but I'm not expecting really anything officially from Hasbro at Morphicon. But like I said, Scott did say he was going to have some announcements, but we don't exactly know what that means. Maybe they're giving him a Lightning Collection figure to announce. They have given Power Morphicon that in the past with the Zeo Cog 2-pack from last year. They let Scott and Bruno of MMPR Toys actually announce that officially. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But basically, I would put more of my betting on announcements being in 2 weeks at Comic-Con rather than next month at Morphicon. This past week has actually started to see a lot of discounts be applied to things at Target, and I was actually at Target the other day and I saw those at my local Target, so it's definitely starting to happen a lot more widespread. And that is, if you did not pick up the original wave of 4 Ninjas, Ninja Blue, Black, White, and Pink, Pink specifically the Kimberly version, now might be the time to do so, because all 4 of them, or at least some Targets are like only discounting like 2 of them, some Targets are only discounting Pink, some of them are discounting all 4 of them. The Target that I was at the other day did have all of them on discount, so really your mileage may vary on that, but I've seen some ridiculously good discounts for these figures at Targets. Some Targets are having them on sale for like $12 something, basically 50% off of their $24.99 retail price. I know some people saw the Ninja Pink figure on sale for like $9 something, but basically, yeah, if you never picked these up, pretty good chance you might be able to walk into a Target and find them for a pretty good deal right now, which I can only assume is because these did not sell very well. I don't know if it's because people, you know, there's so many of them with so many different quality control problems that maybe a lot of people just left them on the shelves if they saw them. That's certainly a potential possibility here, but they're really decent figures. If you can actually find one that has all of the pieces and doesn't look like crap with the paint, they're definitely worth the half price, that's for sure, especially if you're waiting for the pre-orders to ship in the US of Red, Yellow, and Catherine Pink. This could be a good time to catch up on them if you never got them, or maybe if you want to recreate some ninja moves where like they duplicate themselves or something, maybe you could like army build them if you wanted to do that. Maybe I could see some kind of potential, like, you know, wants to do that, some kind of desire to do that. So pretty good deal, but it's not even just those that are on deals right now. I haven't seen this at as many Targets, but I definitely still see it being reported to me quite frequently, and that is Deluxe Wave 1 is also on 50% clearance right now. So of course the In Space Blue with the Galaxy Glider and Piranha head, I've been seeing some Targets have them for 50% off, which makes them like $15 something, like $15.74 or something. That's a very good deal, especially for Piranha head if you never picked him up. It's a pretty good deal for In Space Blue with Galaxy Glider for sure as well, especially if you wanted to like maybe buy multiples of him and custom paint the Galaxy Gliders to be for the rest of the team. I could definitely see a desire to do that. If you're crazy like me and you wanted to get both versions of the glider, the incorrect symbol one and the correct symbol one, you could do that. Or maybe if you just wanted to have 5 In Space Blues because you wanted to recreate 5 of a kind, I guess that's another thing you could do with this. So I think these are some pretty good deals right now for the Ninjas and for Deluxe Wave 1. They do seem to only be in stores for Target. I have not seen these deals on Target.com or anything like that, but like I said, a lot of Targets are clearancing these kind of Lightning Collection items. Maybe they're trying to clear out stuff for newer stuff, maybe like the newer Ninjas or, you know, more regular figures or something, or maybe they just didn't sell well. I don't know. But basically, yeah, Target is clearancing these out, so now's the time to get them. Now this is pretty surprising. I did not expect this to happen out of absolutely nowhere, but Entertainment Earth right now in stock is the Target exclusive from 2020 Dino Charge Black Ranger figure. Good to see you again, Chase. It's been a good minute, that's for sure. So this figure is notorious for shelf warming real bad at Toys R Us in like Canada and stuff like that, but here in the US this figure was pretty hard to get. It never went up on Hasbro Pulse or anything like that. That was before Hasbro did their whole shared exclusives with store exclusives. That was like before the era of that. And they were only available at Targets, and they were barely on the Target website, and they were some Targets only got like 3 of them in or something like that. So other countries are probably like, Dino Charge Black, we have like 100 of those rotting away out of our stores. And yeah, you probably do, but in the US, this figure was very hard to get. And it's just now up on Entertainment Earth, so I guess no longer, clearly, a Target exclusive. I mean, I'll still refer to that as such, because that's what it originally was when it first came out 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago to the date, almost, because it came out in July of 2020, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, basically, Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store and stuff like that have been getting previously store exclusive, like, Hasbro figures. Lightning Collection, not as much, but I mean, they did get the A-Squad Green Ranger. That was a Best Buy exclusive from last year. They did get that up on both Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store. And so it's really nice to see this one here, because this is definitely one of the more, you know, sought after older exclusives. A-Squad Green, I think, is a great figure, but I think a lot of people were able to get that off of Hasbro Pulse, or maybe even Best Buy if you actually got it from the retailer that it was supposed to be exclusive to. But Dino Charge Black is definitely a very desired one here because of how rare it was, and also now that we are finally getting Dino Charge Green and Dino Charge Pink in waves 10 and 11, and I've already leaked to you guys that Dino Charge Blue is coming in wave 13, now is the time for people to want to try to complete their core Dino Charge team. I know red is kind of rare at these days because it came out in the first wave. I'm not sure how rare gold is actually, but I know that black is definitely one that people have wanted for a long time if you did miss it 2 years ago, and now is definitely the time to do so. So I will leave a link to that in the description below for you guys to pick up Dino Charge Black. No idea how long it will stay there. Now it's only on Entertainment Earth right now, but like I said, Big Bad Toy Store has been getting these previously store exclusive Hasbro figures in stock recently as well. So I don't know if it's going to go up there. If it is, if it does, I will leave a link to that in the description below as well. But for right now, only Entertainment Earth. But also real quick, speaking of Entertainment Earth, I have seen at least 2 different people tweet at me this, and apparently people are starting to get charged for pre-orders for the Power Lance on Entertainment Earth. So I don't know how, I mean, I'm sure that's accurate. I'm sure people wouldn't just like tell me that if it was wrong, but I have yet to see anybody get those actually like shipped out or any shipping notifications or anything like that for the Power Lance. Definitely would not have expected Entertainment Earth to get that first and to ship that out here in the US first, especially before the helmet or the Power Sword or anything like that, especially, which by the way, the Power Sword got delayed to October on GameStop after it was originally slated for July 1st. I did forget to mention that last weekend, but regardless, yeah, I didn't expect the Lance to be out so soon, so I think it might be, or maybe this is some kind of weird error or something, but just keep a lookout because you might get charged for the Power Lance on Entertainment Earth a couple months early. And finally for this week, we have another brand new release coming straight out of the UK, because the UK is just the place to be right now for brand new Lightning Collection releases, following just what just happened the last 2 weeks, with the Blue Ranger helmet releasing there, and the next wave of ninjas releasing there. Now Hasbro Pulse UK has started to ship out the Lord Drakkon helmet, so this will be the last of the helmets right now that we know about. There could be more coming, maybe. But we do know that the Lord Drakkon helmet and Blue Ranger helmet were the last 2 announced, and now both of them are out in the UK, or at least Lord Drakkon is at least right now only available on Hasbro Pulse UK, but I'm sure like In Demand Toys and Star Action Figures and stuff like that will start shipping these out probably like pretty soon as well, I would imagine. So the UK is also still at certain retailers slated to get the Zap Megazord by the end of the month, so they could definitely be the first place to get that, but time will tell on that. But at least Lord Drakkon is starting to ship out. I haven't seen anybody actually have it in hand yet, but I'm sure video reviews and pictures of it in hand will probably start popping up online within the next week or so, so we'll cover that next week when that probably inevitably happens. And with that, that's everything we have for this week for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Real quick before I go, I do want to just show off this really cool picture of this like cardboard like display thing that's out at Walmart stores right now. For some reason, Walmarts that are getting the Power Pop Art variants are getting this like shipper box to display them. This shipper box does come with the Power Pop Art variants. The reason why I want to stress that is because the box that it comes in is just a box showcasing the Wave 1 figure lineup artwork. It's a very, very pretty box, and it would look really nice if you had like a Wave 1 figures to display it in. but they sent it with the Power Pops. It doesn't make any sense, but it's fine. It looks cool. I like it a lot. I want to get my hands on one somehow. So, just a really cool little shipper box that Hasbro's sending out for Walmart to get the Power Pop arts, because they're not selling that big 4-pack of them all in stores, just the individual ones. So it's just a really cool looking display case thing that I wanted to, talk about there. But yeah, until next time, you guys can follow me on Twitter at LivingRichardKey or LightningFigPR, and I'll see you all on Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice. And yes, if you did notice it, I most certainly bought the Party City Power Rangers pinata that was featured at the very last Fan First Tuesday back in April. This infamous thing I have other words for is just here, and I own it now. Yeah.